What are the other examples of bank workers? Remember, in the last video, we talked about the administrative head, meaning the people that control the bank. And we said that the head of the bank, the highest head of the bank, is the board of directors, while the accountant is the financial head of the bank. What are the other workers you can find in a bank? You can have a supervisor, and the function of the supervisor is to help and control other members of the bank. You can find a cashier. When you take your money to the bank and you want to pay it into your bank account, a cashier is the one you give the money to. It can be a woman and it can also be a man. The function of the cashier is to receive the money and then lodge it into your account. Then we have a computer operator that can help in repairs and maintain proper functioning of the computers in the bank. We have a typist whose job is to type important documents in the bank. We have a clerk. A clerk's job is to keep important files in the bank. Then we have a driver, which is pretty obvious. A driver's job is to drive other members of the bank to various places. Then we have a security officer. A security officer is the first person you will meet when you go to the bank. The security officer's job is not to allow people that have bad intentions or want to perform any criminal activity in the bank into the bank. So if you go into a typical bank, they will tell you to bring out your phones and other metallic objects before you enter the bank to prevent people from taking in bombs or guns or other harmful weapons into the bank. Then we have a cleaner. A cleaner's job is to make sure that the banking hall, the banking environment is made clean. So, let us quickly answer this question. Are other workers in the bank only senior staff? These workers that we have here, are they only senior staff? Yes or no? Number 2, name 3 examples of other workers you might find in the bank. We just talked about it. What are the other examples of workers you might find in a bank? When you visited a bank, what are examples of people that you found in a bank? Next, we have the banking system. There is a bank called the central bank, and the central bank is the highest bank in a country. So, for example, in a country like Nigeria, the highest bank in Nigeria, it is central bank. And the function of the central bank is to control other banks and also to print money. The bank that prints money is called the central bank. It controls other banks and also to print money. Just like the way your teacher controls the classroom, the central bank controls all other banks. And there are several examples of other banks in Nigeria. An example is First Bank, Union Bank, United Bank for Africa, UBA, Eco Bank, and Sky Bank. So, let us quickly answer this question. What is the name of the highest bank that controls all other banks in Nigeria? We just talked about it. What is the name? Then mention 2 examples of other banks mentioned in your lesson. I don't want you to write any bank that was mentioned here. I don't want you to write any of these banks that was mentioned here. I want you to think of other banks that you know of and write any 2 of them that you know that is an example of a bank. We have come to an end of this class. After you have answered this question, kindly show your lesson guide so that you might move on to the next topic.